Yush. Right. It's that time of day again. A goo must throw. Me and my magical monkey Myro have returned once more to remind you filthy mortals the meaning of beauty and honor. Here we go. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. It's painting fucking goo. Let's painting goo. Painting goo. It's painting goo. What will we go? Nobody knew. What do we go? Painting goo. Painting goo. Paint rat goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Paint sip rat goo goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Ah, my chi is beginning to fro. Painting goo goo goo. It's painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo. It's painting goo. What will we go? Nobody knew. What do we go? Painting goo. Sip rant goo. Painting goo. Ah. Such beautiful music. Brought to you by our resident petrified primate, Myro the magical monkey. Painting goo, 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 goo. Painting goo. Painting goo, 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 goo. Paint, sip, rat, goo, goo. Painting goo goo goo. It's painting fucking goo. It's painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Goo goo goo. Goo 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 goo. Painting goo. Goo 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 goo. That's it, you magical monkey. You marvelous primate. Bring it home. Remind these filthy mortals of the meaning of beauty and honor. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo, 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 goo. Oh, such beautiful, beautiful music. The monkey prays good music, does he not? Well, if you filthy mortal scum had any honor, you would pay the monkey. Click the link in the description and place a tip in the monkey's bowl. Pay the monkey, or he will go hungry. Right, enough of that shit. Welcome, my beloved Japonaita, to another glorious episode of Paintingu with me. Sumimasen. Sumimasen. Your illustrious demi-divine host, Defenderu-sama, demigod of Paintingu. Today, we embark on a new goo. Where we go, nobody knew. Where we go, we must, of course, as is tradition, consult the magic map and magic hat. So, today, this Friday, nobody knows where we go. So, let's get the show on the road, shall we? Huh? Who has honor this day? Margie May has honor this day. Emmanuel Godsonu. Grifu-sama and Scousperu. Welcome, all my beloved Japonaita, to another glorious episode of Paintingu. Glorious caffeine. Right. We must engage the proper tunes before we consult the map, the magic map, which of course our resident cartographer Boris the Bear is comfortably guarding. Honorably guarding. Look at him. Boris the Bear. Siberian, apparently. Somehow, somewhere, somewhen, we picked up Boris. We don't know why. We did indeed need someone to guard the map, because Tobias already guards the gong. But Boris doesn't really do much. He just sits there, looking cute and cuddly in his little bandana. His title is, of course, the cartographer. But does he cartograph? Not really. Just sits there. Stoic. Stoic as fuck. I do all the work. At least Tobias vibrates now and again when I ding the dong. You know. Tobias's cousin, the Crow of Judgment, occasionally makes a house call. And, quite rightly so, judges us all with his gaze. I love the Crow of Judgment. It's one of my favorite things in existence. We would all be far less off. We would all be... It would be to our detriment if the Crow of Judgment didn't exist. It would suck. It would suck. The Crow of Judgment is one of those things that if it wasn't a thing, it would suck. Right! Enough of that. Let's get the map. I do love the sound of taiko drums. Excuse me, Micah. As I descend into proper Paintingu posture. Glorious. Nothing like a smooth stool. Right. When I say, and no sooner. You will place a number between 0 and 224 in the chat, and we shall discover where we are going. Patience. One of the many P's of Paintingu is patience. You must arouse your chi to build. You must cultivate your chi. Nearly there. There we go. Scousbarrow, you were too quick! Too quick! That number will not be counted. It's too quick. You must wait. You must be patient. Do it at the right timer. Timing is one of the many P's of PEINTEINGU. But timing doesn't begin with a P. Punctuality! It's punctuality! You fool! Right. It's time for PEINTEINGU! Huh? PEINTEINGU. Do it now! Put a number in the chat. Do it now! A number between 0 and 224. Put it in the chat. Do it now, you filthy mortal scum! PEINTEINGU. PEINTEINGU. Where will we go? PEINTEINGU. Where will we go? Nobody knew. Where we go? PEINTEINGU. Where we go? Nobody knew. Where we go? Oh! Margie Mayo beating you all again! 79, says the elder female. My beloved Japonita, you are full of shame. Margie, the elder female from Tennessee, beats you to it every timer. Disgraceful. Being beaten by old lady. You are truly filthy mortal scum. Right, 79 it is. Excuse me, Micah. Ghana! We return to Africa. On a day like this, it's fitting. Fucking feels like Africa right now. It's hot as fuck. I love it. The sweat pours down my back like a steady waterfall. Keeps me lubricated, ready for action. Right, Ghana. 79. I found it immediately. My eyes are like that of an eagle. Right. What do they say in Ghana when they do not like you? Wabodam? Wabodam? Let me see. Ghana. Yep. That is indeed it. Wabodam. W-A-B-O-D-A-M. Wabodam. I like it. Rolls off the tongue. It means you've gone mad. Probably so. A wrong time ago. Wabodam. Excellent. Right, we're off to Ghana. Where did Margie pick this time? Excellent. We're off to Ghana. Maybe next time we'll just take Africa off the map, huh? Don't get me wrong, it's a nice place, but I feel like I have been to Africa and I have never been to Africa. You know what I mean? Huh? Right. We now know where we are going. Let us now figure out what we are doing. Excuse me, Micah. I must gather my chi. First striker. Snatch! Ah, ha ha! I'm on the board today. Swift Reich Snaker. The first thing we are going in Ghana is a boomerang. Do they have boomerangs in Africa? A boomerang in Africa? I didn't know the Africans were that smart. I thought the boomerang was an Australian thing. I thought the Africans just poked things to death with pointy sticks and bashed them with big clubs. If you haven't noticed, I'm implying that the Africans are stupid. Right. Snatch number 2. Strike. Green, strike hard. You must develop speed, accuracy, and power. Snatch! Oh! I am on fire today. Second thing that we do in Ghana. A grinder! What kind of grinder? There are many different kinds of grinders. Just like there are many different kinds of boomerangs. Is somebody be going to making a boomerang grinder? A grinder that comes back to you once it's finished grinding things? We know not. What will be the finer thing we do in Ghana? Snatch! Oh, a miss. No matter. Missing now and again is okay. Oh. Snatch! Ah, glorious. Ah, there was some collateral damage on that one. Ah! A TV! Excellent. Right. The magic hat has granted us what we must do. And the magic map has told us where we must go. I will now consult the oracle known as Google to grant us an image of Ghana. PEINTEINGU. Oh, that is glorious. Wait, go back. What's this one? This is beautiful. There's a castle on a coastline with a rod of red rock. This is indeed a glorious PEINTEINGU. Potentially. Right. We're on the west coast of Africa in Ghana. And we're about to paint quite an epic paintingu, I must say. Right, first things first. A pear brew sky. A pear brew sky. It's quite often the first thing on paintingu. Unless we're in Finland, and then it's midnight. Right. Right, let's get some goo on the parrot. Wachuma's wave? Ah, yes, I have not forgotten of the music you have graciously gifted us, Emmanuel. I shall be presenting your tune offering, your musical offering. I shall be presenting it soon. I must allow the intro music to finish, because people have to crap for paintingu. And then, would you like me to put on Wachuma's Wave before or after the epic samurai music that you quite like? I will allow you to decide. Wachuma's Wave before Dancing with Demons or after Dancing with Demons? What would you prefer? You know, Ferris, I have grown to really love paintingu. Paintingu loves you too, Emmanuel. Despite never paying for paintingu. Well, actually, you did buy a paintingu. But despite never paying for paintingu in the Super Chattu, you have earned yourself a high station in the Japanite clan. After excellent. Right, you know what that means. Crap for paintingu. Put it in the chats. I want to hear you crapping for paintingu all the way from wherever the fuck we currently are. Where were we? Where were we? Granada. Somewhere off the coast of Spain. We are currently idle off the coast of Spain as we get ready to weigh anchor and set sail for Ghana in Africa. Yes. Yes. Excellent. Crap, you filthy mortals, for paintingu. Crap router! Paintingu deserves your praise. Right, time to dance with some demons. As I place my royal rag upon my demi-divine knee in preparation for the goo. So the first things first. Pear brew sky. Going to go with aqua brew. Paint. Paint. Right, I have my cup of agua. I have agua brew on the parrot. Let's get these bitches wet. Paint. Yes, this bitch. The big frat bitch. Painting goo. Right. Excuse me, Micah. Paint. Few squirts of my tiny mister to allow the goo to flow freely. Squirt. Rubbery pear brew sky. Paintingu, goo, 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 goo. Paint, paint! Blue sky! Paint, paint. Right, that should do. Yes, that should do. Paint, paint. Right, crane the bitch! Beat the bitch! Use your royal rag to dispense of all evidence of the encounter. Paint, paint! Right. What's next? I do believe we should put the terrain in next. Then the agua. This is a beautiful, vibrant red rock. Quite like the red rock you see in Australia. But we are not in Australia, we are in Ghana. It's not quite burnt sienna, it's something else. It's like a rust red. Yes, rust. A boomerang is what you say when someone born in the 50s phones you. Indeed. Perhaps Venetian red. Yes, Venetian red will do. At least for the moment. We'll give it a good base. Good baser. Painting. Goo-goo. Painting. Goo-goo. Right. Painting. Goo-goo. Goo-goo. Yes, I do believe the fan would be the right choice. More organic. More organic. Right, get the bitch wet. Out here. Here. There's a rock here. There's more rocks here. A sandy beach. More rocks. Lots of rocks. Water, water, water. A rock over here, and a rock over here. glorious. Lots of rocks. Lots of red rocks. I was born in the 50s, and a boomerang was a curved thing that we threw up in the air and it came back to us. I will call Scouse and hear boomerang, then I say hello. Margie Osama. Very funny you. Not only is Margie Osama quicker on the draw in the numbering rounds than are you pathetic, feeble mare motors, but she's also quite funny. The men in the Japanite clan are pathetic. Pathetic! An old lady from Tennessee has bested you on many an occasion. Your ancestors look upon you with shame. Right, now we must make things a bit darker. Let's get some bracken there. Oh! Dirty brack. Paint, paint! Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Painting, goo, 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 goo. Painting, goo, 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 goo. Ja. Hey. Glorious. In our defense, she is the most interesting woman in the world. Ah, that is some title. Just waiting for her to tell us that she overthrew a drug lord in Colombia during the 70s. Indeed. I would not be surprised. It would not be a surprise to learn that Margie-sama is also a killer of drug barons. Painting. Goo goo. Painting. Goo goo. Paint, paint. Oh, すみません。Painting. Goo goo. Paint, paint. How did you know, Surrey? It was a very well-kept secret. Are you a double agent by two? That is highly armed and equipped. Ah, Margie-sama. Paint, paint! You have an imagination of a younger woman, huh? Paint, paint! Right. Now for the sand. Paint, paint! Let's get some yarrow in here. Paint, paint! Paint, paint. Painting goo goo. Paint, paint! Paint sand! It's quite reddish sand. Which makes sense. Reddish rocks, reddish sand. Let's get some white in there. Where's my mixing white? There we go. That bitch was tight. Phrasing. dash of white. A dash of white. That reminds me. The South Africans. The white South Africans leaving South Africa. The Boers. The Afrikaans. I find it hilarious how, as far as Crown word is concerned, one can only be racist as long as you are not white. And one cannot be a refugee if you're white. Paint, paint. I find this not only very funny, but of course, completely void of logic. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint sand. Red sand. Paint, paint. Painting. Google. Painting. Google. In order to mix the colors efficiently and in the right ratio, remember to clean your bitch every time you switch color. Cross-contamination is for the gays. We shall have none of that shit here on Painting. Purity is one of the many P's of Painting. Needs to be a bit paler. More white! That's what I need on my parrot, and that's what we need in Europe. More white. Less brown. There we go. Glorious. A dash of brack. A dash. Iron Man Burrow. Welcome. Dude, if the whites reft Oakland, 3 world country in 3, 2, 1. Or third world country in 3, 2, 1. Hilarious. Indeed, depending on where you are. Like Meryl Streep once said, you may need the Browns to survive. Depending on where you are. Quite like the current conflict in Gaza, depending on where you are, is a completely different kettle of fish. If you happen to be in Gaza, is a serious shit. If you happen to be in any other country, it's not your problem. Is what it fuck it is. Stay the fuck out of it. What happened to India and Pakistan trying to kill each other? That was only a few days ago. Haven't heard a word. Are they all dead? Sumimasen. Right, let's get some agua in here. Paint! Agua. Paint. Agua. Paint. 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 Painting. Hey, painting. Right. Time for the castle. Need some gray in this bitch. Paint, paint! Paint, paint! Paint, paint! Paint, paint! Paint, paint! Paint, paint! Take some brack. Not all the brack, just some of it. Paint, paint. Right. Big. Like this. War. Tower of War. Okay, so here. Here. And here. Not bad. Paint, paint! blasted piece of shit. Paint, paint! Paint, paint. Weather cool. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Right. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Painting. Goo goo. Let's get some crowds in that sky. Yes. Thank you, my beautiful female. Painting. Goo goo. Paint, paint. A bit too bright. Do I even need that right now? No, I don't need it right now. Excellent. She needs to be the new the female spokesperson for .eq. Stay the thirsty Japanites. Not too bright. It was a tad too bright. The crowds were a bit... What's the word? Oversaturated. It's better now. Now you can actually see the crowds. Painting. Always remember to use the right tool for the right job. Don't use a frat bitch to do crowds. Crowds aren't frat. And that, my friends, is why they say don't marry your bitch. They say don't marry your brush, but we don't have brushes here. We have bitches. So don't marry the bitch. I think some of the best crowds I have done is with these ones. The round heads. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Better. Painting. Goo goo. Painting. Goo goo. Right. Painting. Goo goo. Paint, paint. Tiny window on the front. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paintingu. Gungu. Paint, paint. Painting. It's tilted. There we go. Better. Hey. Some grass. Not bright enough. Not dark enough. Paint. It's not green enough. The green is not green enough. You think I can compete with Dos Equi? Do Equi? You have much faith in me. In making a creamy chicken casserole. Or I'm making a creamy chicken casserole with those rubbery thighs you get. Rubbery thighs. Paint. I do like white sauce with the chicken. Paint. Tonight, I think I will cook chicken fettuccine Alfredo. Fettuccine. You're just copying me, Margie. You give me a bite, Emmanuel, I'll give you a bite. Oh, God. The elders are flirting in my chat. The elder Japanites are flirting in the chat. You could have gone for a sausage, but oh no, it's chicken, right? Oh no, me no copy. Me raid my chicken breast out red last night. Hilarious. I refuse to believe it. Poor Emmanuel, beside himself. His recipes have been plagiarized. How will he survive? Chicken and fish is about all my husband will eat. Fussy fuck. I know what it's like to cook for a fussy fuck. The female is a fussy fuck. Much fussiness. Should not be fussy when it comes to food. Should be grateful when it comes to food. Right. Domo arigato, meine Lieben. Ah, glorious. Hey, goo. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Painting, goo, 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 goo. Painting, goo, 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 goo. Right. We have the agua, we have the casser, the rocks. Minor detail. This rock here, it's vexing me. This rock vexes me. better. Right. Went to my studio to see you on large TV. Now your head bigger than mine. Oh, Marjo-sama. My head has always been bigger than yours. Emmanuel Godson, wish I had a studio. Ah, come now, Emmanuel. Do not be Ritter bitch. Right, where's this? Wachua's wave. You sent it to me in Telegram. I shall have a look at it. Let me see. Wachuma's wave. We are in Gamma. That sounds quite Ghana-ish. I wish I had a girlfriend. Oh, God, Emmanuel. With that kind of attitude, you will get nowhere, and no one. Stop wishing, start doing. I know you can't do a girlfriend unless you have one, but you know what I mean. Think positive thoughts. Be confident. Be... To a certain degree, you must accept that there are certain things that attract a female to you. Do not attempt to get a female. Do not attempt to pursue a female. These notions of not necessarily courting, but hunting. A lot of males these days believe they have to hunt a female. Do not do such things. Be yourself to such a degree that the female comes to you. That is the proper way. Ah, Brunoru! Welcome. Want to share my studio, Emmanuel? The flirting going on in my chat between Emmanuel and Margie right now is disgusting. It is making me ill. They're sharing things now. Ah, somebody has a paid for PEINTEINGU! Glorious. Who has honor this day? Ah, Pruno-sama! With the happy Friday. Indeed, it is a glorious Friday, Pruno-sama. Domo arigato for your patronage to PEINTEINGU, Pruno-sama. It is much appreciated.
weather has been glorious indeed. Absolutely beautiful weather of late. I love it. Oh! すみません。すみません。Better. This weather has made the people go mad. The gardening has gone insane. Garden center selling some amount of stuff. Indeed. When the environment does things the people were not expecting, they tend to panic. And then the people with the resources tend to take full advantage of the people panicking. A modern phenomena. Panic buying. Hilarious. There has also been a positive. People are embracing it. Some people are running from it. I prefer to embrace it. I have been doing my exercising out the back garden. It has been glorious. I'm getting a tan. You must be burning like a crisp. Ah! These days, I know my limits. Although, when I was doing the garden there the other week, I did get quite burnt. Sometimes I still think I'm okay. And then, later that day, I begin to grow. Grow in the dark, like Rava Ramp. Ah, Ian Gananu, welcome to PEINTEINGU. Don't forget, my brothers, to vote for my not-so-good self-portrait. Ah, do not be too harsh on yourself, Marju. It was a fine portrait. I will send Rink if you don't have it. Send the Rink again. See if this time that site chooses to ban me. I have no idea why that happened. Perhaps something to do with the update on my iPhone. I know not. I clicked the Rink and then I was banned. Perhaps Jerry's Art Emporium does not like half Irish, half Japanese demigods. My back and neck posture has improved recently. Excellent! Have you been doing Qigong, or is it just working in the garden? Oh. Mention your posture and your spine shall remind you how bad it is. Oh, glorious. Good posture is the root of good health, in my humble opinion. A strong spina make for good timer, eh? Power tools and lawnmowers, dogs barking, kids screaming, and drunk adults shouting over their ghetto blasters. Ah, the tranquility of summer in the suburbs. Indeed. I quite like it. I grew up in the suburbs. There's something glorious about the busser and husser. Like a human beehive, but in a good way, not a bad way. Well, more not like beehive, like human zoo. I'll send it in PEINTEINGU. Glorious. Let me know if anyone gets on it. I do believe at least Stabaru-sama and Desmondo-sama have voted for you. So the rig worked for them. I know not why. Perhaps they are on Android, which... unfortunately, I am no longer on Android. I am now relegated to the realm of iPhone. My dinner is coming on Reverie. Ah, excellent. It definitely sounds Reverie. Ah, Tuekoren di Beru-sama. Welcome to PEINTEINGU. We're listening to White Noizu today, roar. Okie dokie. Wachuma's Wave is on my iPhone. Yes, it was on YouTube when I went to look for it. Must be quite famous. It is very nice, very calming. Right. We have 20 minutes left. I am debating whether to leave it there or perhaps try and set up what we are going to do. We have a beautiful scene in Ghana. We have arrived on the coast of Africa again. And we are presented with a castle on the coast of Ghana. We have a boomerang, a grinder, and a TV to paint. An odd combination. Combination indeed. A boomerang, a grinder, and a TV. I think we should do TV floating in water after being thrown out. It's a good metaphor. A flat screen TV washing up on the coastline of Africa. Glorious. We could do the symbol for the Grindr app on the TV. Symbolizing that not only gayness, but the TV itself, which represents broadcasting media, is now trash. Ah! Somebody has a paid for PEINTEINGU! Glorious. Who has honor this day? Ah, MacGyveru! Welcome to PEINTEINGU. Poof! Using paints to paint. Nonsense, sir! I could easily make that with a pound of raw chicken, a safety pin, and 7 cucumbers. Ah, MacGyveru. Your ability to be creative with your environment is, of course, famous. But so is your rack of brain cells. Stick to MacGyvering, and I will do the paintingu. Domo arigato for your patronage to paintingu nonetheless, MacGyveru. But insult me again, and you will be frogged. Let me see. Yes, I do believe the TV washed up on the coastline. An excellent suggestion, Emmanuel. This music is very calming. Ah, you see Wachumba's wave on PEINTEINGU. Yes, Emmanuel shared it in the telegram. Staburu-sama approves of the tunes. Excellent. He shall not be committing seppuku this day. Just got the Jeep washed. Glorious. Excellent. A clean Jeep makes for a good sleep. You wear sleepwear, knowing that your Jeep is clean. Are we recreating a scene from Monte Cristo? Rook's writ? Indeed, it does look quite like, Marta. Marta also has castles and lots of red rock. But, no, this is Ghana. And I do believe Count de Monte Cristo was filmed in Marta. And I do believe takes place in España. Yes? That is a very good film. I have not seen that film in a long time. Staburu-sama! Get on that shit! Count de Monte Cristo. Get that shit on Prex, if it isn't already on Prex. That shit is... that's some good shit. The Count de Monte Cristo is an excellent film. A film about honor, duty, vengeance. But it is a good kind of vengeance. It's almost the only way you can really get your revenge, is through simply becoming the best version of yourself possible. To discipline your mind, body and soul, and rever up repeatedly. So much so that your enemies simply have to watch as you rise and rise and rise. Glorious. Let's not get bored, Defender. A monkey outdid you once. Outdid me? I suppose you could describe it like that. But he's not just any monkey, he's literally the king of monkeys. So there is that. But you could describe it that way, yes? He didn't so much outdo me as betray me. You know? I would like a PEINTEINGU, demigod of painting. Ah, yes, of course. Here you go, Monkey King. That's my penis. Why is it so small? Well, that's how small it is, Monkey King. And then, letter after letter, scroll after scroll, he went around all the gods, slapping them in the face, throwing shit at them. He caused such a ruckus that it was simply the right thing to do, to accept the banishment. I protested. I protested the banishment for days. Days! The gods and I discussed at great length why it would probably be better for everyone for the Monkey King to be the one that was banished. However, being a Japanese god in Chinese heaven, it was only fitting that I step down and accept his ludicrous terms. Ludicrous terms! But yes, Emmanuel, you are correct. Technically, I was bested by a monkey. Fucking Monkey King! Blasted monkey. Mischievous monkey. Not you, Myro. Not you. Relax. Myro was beginning to quake. You need not fear me anymore, Myro-sama. Being petrified, you can't do shit except play piano for the Gemini clan, so... sit tight. Enjoy it. I want a monkey. Every sane human wants a monkey. Great movie. It's a great movie. Great movie. Very powerful movie. A moving movie. Not many of them. Not many movies that make you move. Like Gladiator. And the first Matrix. And the first Men in Black. Doesn't necessarily make you move, but fucking good movie. Kinda makes you move when you go back and watch it with a keen eye and realize how much hidden esoterica is in Men in Black. It's kinda scary. The Count de Monte Cristo, Magia-sama. Great movie. This music is balancing my caffeine intake today. I broke my bean juice after 3 weeks. You broke your bean juice. Fast. You broke your bean juice fast after 3 weeks. All it took was one night with no sleep from screaming sick baby-oo. My daughter has had bad fever-oo. Ah. Well, you rested pretty much as long as I did. It was approximately 3 or 4 weeks. San caffeina before I went back on it. And total transparency. Last weekend when I was at family occasion with the female, I had 2 tokes of a cigarette. We were at nightclub and we were drinking. And I was like, fuck it. Give me a pour of that shit. And by God was it glorious. If you want to remember what smoking actually feels like after 17 years of smoking, take a month off. And then have 1 pour of a cigarette. And you will have your mind blown. And no, before anyone asks, it wasn't the devil's lettuce. It was just a cigarette. The effervescent effects of nicotine passed through my bloodstream like a crashing wave of energy. My nervous system fucking went Super Saiyan in about 3 seconds. It was glorious. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I literally just like... Fuck me, that felt good. That was hilarious. I am still off the nicotine. I'm still off it. But I did indulge over the weekend. And I do not regret it. I slept like baby that night. It's one of those things where I do believe I am right about that. That addictions are simply... you're doing it too much. There are things that are simply stimulants to the body. And if you're using a stimulant every day, every minute of every day, that is an addiction. Addictions are bad. But what is not bad is having discipline over one's mind and body, and occasionally indulging in certain stimulants. That is why you quite often see the character archetype of the martial artist master that occasionally drinks, smokes, and does some sort of drug. Makes sense. That's why I don't like the Christian ideology. Well, not that I don't like it, but overall, I think it is missing some things. It's like Christianity is like purity spiral. Purity spiral. That is what Christianity is to me. Is a spiraling of purity in an attempt to correct some sort of demonic overflow, which is a good thing. But quite like politics, if you swing from left to right like a pendulum, you are going to be in a constant state of flux. This takes a toll on the mind and the body and the soul, as you constantly need to adapt to yourself and your changing environment. The true way to live a good life is to discipline your mind, body, and soul in such a way that you are balanced in between the yin and the yang. As the world around you fluctuates, changes, ebbs and flows like water, you are still. You are content. You are balanced. I do believe that is the elite way to be. We spent years as truthers damning the elites. But to be elite is to be excellent. To pursue excellence is divine. I do not believe there is anything wrong with occasionally having a fine cigar and a fine glass of whiskey. So, by that logic, engaging in some sort of stimulant on occasion, as far as science has proved, not just science, age-old mystical texts, alchemy, philosophy, theology, have all admitted that some stimulation is quite good. But that is the trap. The stimulants are quite often so effective that your mind and your body and your soul want them constantly. So you become weak and you rely on them like a crutch to get you through the day. The proper use of these things is what is important. To be disciplined is to understand the right time and place to use such tools. I own it on DVD. I think I used to have it on DVD. I really, really do want a monkey. Don't we all want a monkey? Which version? I have 4 versions. 2 came out in 2024. Must be mid-2010s, I think. I can't remember. Needed vengeance, indeed. That fucker got a bad rap. Also have the BBC TV version, which isn't bad. I have not seen that one. Proper honorable vengeance, indeed, indeed, which is rare, quite rare. And rare things tend to be good, typically. Some things, obviously, are rare and they're quite bad, like rare forms of sophisticated evil. I only know of the DVD I have from, like, I don't know, mid-2000s perhaps? Yes, that is what I thought. But he doesn't even have pants! Why? Did we lose connection temporarily? We lost connection there for a sec. He does pray the keys beautifully. He does. I also love A Knight's Tale with Heath Ledger. Excellent movie. Excellent movie. Moving movie. Good moving movie. A Knight's Tale is a good movie. Very good. It's mind-boggling how fast the body can absorb things and respond to them. Mind-blowing. Indeed. Indeed. I've noticed over the years... I've noticed over the years that my ability to adapt to certain chemicals is fucking unbelievable. My tolerance for things disappears immediately, within days. I did not suffer any headaches from having no caffeine. I don't know. I think I kind of got the genetic lottery, or perhaps I got just the right amount of vaccines when I was a child. Just the right amount of breast milk vaccines. I am just autistic and mutated enough to be really, really good character development idea for this game. It's like I picked just like a B-tier character. Just like, not great, but not shit. You know? If I was picking my stats before I incarnated into the realm, I was like, give me the jack of all trades. You know, like, not great looking, but not ugly. Not shit at everything, but not, you know, but not like masterful at anything. Not too quick, not too slow, not too tall, not too short. I suppose the one thing I do have a 10 in is the ability to talk and create. My creative abilities are a 10, and my ability to talk is a 10. Everything else is like 7. When I think about it, there are a few things that I have come across that I am like a 3 at. Like maths. But even then, I'm not shit at it, you know? I will have to compose list of my stats so I can get a visual of what kind of character I am. Margiu has smoked for 64 years. Glorious. 63. 63 years. Catching a giant fish is a drug. I can imagine the dopamine from fishing is quite a particular one. Because fishing requires patience, so the length of time between the dopamine hits can be hours or days. So the idea of the delayed gratification in fishing is probably quite profound. I put pipe tobacco in my cigarettes. Good God, Margie-sama, you absolute boss. Margie doesn't fuck around. Margie shoots niggas. Whatever you do, don't steer Margie's horse. Margie doesn't ring the police. Margie shoots a bitch. A giant bass blowing up your top water roar is, I'm assuming, the same as a hit of cocaine. Probably better, I would guess. Would depend on the person. See, that's where it gets really interesting. Some people love cocaine. Me? I don't need it. I don't need cocaine. I like have built-in cocaine. That's probably why I smoked weed for so long. The devil's lettuce was my drug. Downers. I love downers. I love uppers. I love caffeine. But it depends on the upper. I love a good buzz. But I also love like a stiff glass of wine or whiskey to like loosen you up. I was never a big fan of. It's probably the delivery system. I don't like sniffing things. I believe it is very odd. Smoking seems quite natural. You just breathe it in. You just breathe it in. Inhale, exhale. But inhaling through your nose a material that is like, you know, midway between dust and sand. Not good. Very not good. Cocaine is, I believe, a demonic drug. It is so synthetic. Very synthetic. I believe heroin is less demonic than cocaine, in a sense. Granted, it is much more dangerous, typically, because it is so effective. But the opium realm is very spiritual, in a sense. It is one of those drugs that sends you on a journey. Cocaine is... Cocaine is a truly, like, the addict's drug, in my humble opinion. When you think of an addict, cocaine is the drug. Then alcohol. Not so much smoking, because so many people smoke, and so many people have smoked their entire lives and they're fine, and so on and so forth. Smoking is culturally and ancestrally traditional. Smoking is very natural, in my opinion, in a lot of ways. I have always said this, that when it comes to imbibing certain stimulants, it is fascinating how different cultures approach this situation. And that is why I think the Christians get a rot right, but also get a rot wrong. That is why the Christian ideology is so powerful. It is the same as the Islamic ideology and the Jewish ideology. There is a reason these religions have lasted so long and encompass so many people. They are very effective religions. It has been described, religion, as the opiate of the masses, and I do believe that is a very accurate description. Quite right, people can rely on caffeine to get up in the morning and function throughout the day, or rely on nicotine to calm the nerves, or rely on cocaine to keep them, shall we say, in the zone kind of thing. Because as somebody who doesn't really has never really used cocaine on occasion, it was never my drug. I indulged a few times, but never really took to it. But I saw people who did. And those people are people who like being in a certain kind of headspace. Very odd. Very demonic. Well, that's not too bad then, Margio. Indeed. I have known people who were in their 90s and still smoking. I believe the key is knowing your limits. Your personal limits. If you know yourself, then you know what is affecting you negatively and what is affecting you positively. I was smoking too much. Definitely smoking too much. So I stopped. And it was curious. I did not get intense cravings. Now and again I would get this little voice in my head that was like, I would like to smoke. But it was not very powerful. I thought my smoking demon would have been, would have its claws deep in my spina. But apparently not at all. I quit smoking like that. Very easy. And then quickly started putting weight on. Very good. It's like the other day when I had headache. And I was like, oh, should I take painkiller? Is the female right? Should I go doctor? And then I thought about it. As above, so below. Perhaps the problem is actually in your back. Okay, how can I solve that? Stretch. Completely solve the problem. I do believe there is this awakening happening where a lot of us are beginning to realize that life, in one sense, is way easier than we thought it was, and in another sense is way more difficult than we thought it was. When it comes to staying healthy and having a strong body, I believe that it's quite easy to achieve. Drink plenty of water. Eat clean as much as you can. Even that, I think you can eat trash and just exercise regularly, drink plenty of agua, and have a positive mindset. And I think you will be fine. I think food is a funny one. Food is a funny one. I think there are so many different types of drink because they're trying to get you to drink everything but water, because water is all you need. And then I think there is so many different kinds of food and so many different ways to cook food and all these different things, because all you need is like a few berries and a few grains and you'll be fine. I think the reality is that staying alive and healthy and powerful physically is incredibly easy. The difficult thing, it would appear, is 1, conquering your spiritual and mental demons and having discipline over your mind, body and self. 2, recognizing the demons in others and appropriately defending yourself against them without damaging the relationship between yourself and others. This is very important. Recognizing that not only have you got demons, but if you get yourself in order, when you see the demons in the ones you love or the ones you are surrounded by, there is nothing you can do about their demons. Everybody has their own issues they must solve themselves. And this is where you can run into the savior complex or the hero complex. I must save the people. No, this is a lie. As much as I like Hercules and the fact that he's a redhead, it is not true. I think the idea of no more heroes is actually the logical thing to do. Because a hero is only good for a while, and then he becomes the villain. If an individual goes around saving other people, then like the baby that has been kept from the fire, the people will not know how to save themselves. So heroes actually have a negative impact on the populace because they go around saving everything, when you should let it happen, and then the people will learn, hopefully. I am, like Big Beru has often come to the conclusion, so there is a reason why companies like BlackRock and so on and so forth, and there's a reason why the military, so on and so forth, and there's a reason why they, use poisonous pesticides on this scale and so on and so forth. This is why I love the yin and yang symbol so much. Are things negative? Yes. Does that mean that there is some kind of overall evil agenda being forced upon us? No. It is not forced upon you. It is an option. It is a choice. And it is there. And like it says in the Bible, how you combat the idea of evil is within yourself. The best way to be is to be the best version of yourself and project a field of positivity and creative growth. And as you, as an individual, expand your consciousness and your field of positive energy, positivity shall be drawn to you. And the people who want your help and want your advice and want your love will come to you. And you can hear them if they seek it. going out and trying to solve the problems of the world will quite often only take you further away from the problems in yourself. That is how I think it works. Be your own hero. Do not be a hero for the people. Be a hero for yourself. Slay the demons within. I don't disagree. Everything in moderation. Too much of one thing, and you pay a toll. Indeed. Indeed. The last time I caught a largemouth bass, I thought I was hung up. Glorious. Froze him in. I saw that. It lost connection for a few seconds. I'm being watched. The great eye of Sauron is peering at me. Because PEINTEINGU is beginning to cause a positive force to emanate throughout the realm. I do believe I am being watched by the demons because I am starting to have an effect. I am learning. I'm getting stronger. This is good. Too much venison, sirree. No way that's possible. Definitely possible. I once thought that many things you could not have too much of. Everything. You could probably even have, well, not probably. Think about it. You could have too many positive thoughts. Logically speaking, if you are it is possible to be too positive. Think about it. If you're around someone who's just so fucking happy, it can be sickening. So deliriously smiley-faced that you want to just brutally murder them on the spot because they do not acknowledge that bad things are a thing. Barons. Everything in moderation, including moderation, because moderation is a thing. That is one of the best truths I have come across, is everything in moderation, including moderation. Sometimes you need to be extreme. Very good saying. I don't inhale. Never did, but I never did drugs. I grew up in a bubble. You grew up in a bubble? What kind of bubble? Well, technically you did do drugs if you smoke. Technically, you know? I just never did drugs, in quotes. Cocaine, I assume, is like quick hitting. Let's go on a rampage drug. Yes. Cocaine is the drug of... Is speed. Didn't cocaine used to be called speed? Or is that something else? Cocaine is the go-getter powder. Cocaine is the conqueror's drug. Quite often see alpha males. Alpha males are big into cocaine. It's a very masculine drug. Don't get me wrong, you quite often see females doing it, but they hide it. Females hide cocaine in a very dainty, almost artistic ways. Whereas males, we're just like, and do a press conference, you know? Like, rubbing their nose and sniffing. Yes, I would just like to say that, Yes, we are going to invade Russia, just not yet. We'll do it next Tuesday. It's a fascinating drug. Smoked weed about a dozen times. Smoked maybe a dozen cigarettes, nothing else, but drank a metric feck-ton of beer. See, everybody has their drug. Everybody has their drug. Cause it's like everybody has demons. So one of your demons is a drug. You know, is fascinating. The inner depths of your soul. I have said this before. That when I think of me, who I am not a singular. I am a multitude. I am not just what is Arex? Who is Arex? Arex is now, past few years, also Defender-sama, Defender Bear. There were a lot of people who just used to call me Roach, which was hilarious considering I did roll most of the joints, and my surname was Roach. Right. God made you for a very specific reason, both individually and collectively. So, your purpose in life is to discover that purpose. Why am I here? What am I meant to do? And why? My purpose, as far as I believe, is to entertain, to bring joy, to create, to design, to paint, to carve, to draw. My purpose is to emanate beauty and joy and laughter. I am a morale booster. I am a buffer for people with demons and problems. And the more I defeat the demons within myself, the more of a source of joy and beauty and laughter that I can be for the people. This is good. Rife. A good life is one of service, and I wish, and I do believe, that my purpose is to serve as a reminder that entertainment is a good thing. The TV, the mainstream, Hollywood, all of that shit has convinced many of us that entertainment is bad because it breeds into propaganda. This is a lie. Entertainment is an age-old tradition. We used to dance around fires and wear funny masks and sing songs and batter drums. Now, people look at the phone and look at the laptop. I do, as I have said before, I have said this many a time, I do one day wish to perform PEINTEINGU in front of people, so they may enjoy it. Perhaps this is my purpose, I know not. Perhaps my purpose is to constantly do it like this, in video form. I care not. All I care about is serving the divine. To serve the divine is to be divine. To pursue excellence. Tend your garden. Slay your demons. Discipline your mind, body, and soul. And the divines will bless you. That was a bit freaky. What's he whispering? I heard Elohim. Okay, stop whispering. You're freaking me out now.
That's better. Oh. Ah, he's whispering again. Fuck off. Is the last 15 minutes of this just whispering? Sounds like it. Thank you, Emmanuel, for that beautiful suggestion. It was indeed glorious. Right, we'll go back to my tunes and I shall wrap things up. I want to get to the end of the chat. I always like reading as much of the chat as I can. If you went through the trouble to type it, it should be read, for the most part. Some people type a lot of shit that shouldn't be read at all. This is why it's important to prune the chat, which is basically the digital garden. Right, tunes. I'm assuming Tuaker and D-Bear Sama is still here. So let us grant him what he desires, shall we? Where is it? It's here somewhere. It's here somewhere. Or is it? Is it? Maybe it's not. Is it only in the PEINTEINGU? I didn't think it was. Oh, feck this. Playlists. Tunes. There we go. With the wubs. Only gays take painkillers. Indeed, indeed. I've always had an aversion to pears. Don't like them. American tobacco isn't bad. We can't put the poisons on our tobacco, but most of our cigarettes are made of other countries' tobacco, where they put bad poisons on their tobacco. Indeed. When you scale to that size, the poison is inevitable. Me and me right up the corn cob piper with fresh NC tobacco at deer camp every few years. Ah, sounds glorious. Just getting off fluoride toothpaste completely changed my hurt. Indeed, the fluoride seems very dangerous. Make you very stupid. Very passive. Talk to Dick Fordu, Margia. I believe him or one of the other bears grows their own tobacco near you. Oh, glorious. We had authentic Mercian pipes. Mercian pipes? Good times. That fresh, wet tobacco smells good. Yes, tobacco does smell glorious. It's like the devil's lettuce. It smells divine. Typically. Some strains can smell like feet. Yes, fluoride, very bad for you, Marju. Very, very bad. Not that I am encouraging smoking, but if you're going to, then smoke the best possible quality. Indeed, that is... The idea is to not encourage indulging, but to acknowledge the truth that discipline is like that saying, with great power comes great responsibility. So, drugs are very powerful agents of stimulation, right? So with that in mind, if you're going to use any drug, alcohol, nicotine, caffeine, these are all the legal drugs, then you do illegal drugs. weed, cocaine, so on and so forth, ecstasy, heroin. Doing the drugs because they are so powerful comes with an inherent amount of responsibility. So that is probably why the government has illegal drugs. Because it's like, if you're going to stimulate your mind and body to that degree, do it on your own time, you know? So, like, I mean, of course, there is the argument that, you know, governments are corrupt and, like, if you allowed the people to grow their own opium and hemp and so on and so forth, is like guns, right? If everybody has a gun, it is a good thing, but is also a bad thing. I would argue is a net positive, because good people with guns can stop bad people with guns. But if you have, like Europe, most people do not have guns. So crime is fucked, because bad people have guns and good people don't have guns. This is not good. So I believe everyone should have access to firearms in order to defend themselves appropriately from nutcases and demonic individuals with firearms. Now, on the same logical path, I believe everyone should have access to all resources, because the good people that grow opium and so on and so forth would do great medicinal things with them. But, of course, you would also have a great evil from the people that do horrible things with them, like give it to children and such. This is why dialectic debate is so important. We are now entering a time where speaking to each other on an intellectual level as to why things should be X versus Y is very important. Very, very important. We live in fascinating times. Stressful, but fascinating. I do believe it is like playing a game on hard mode. There is a net benefit to having such a stressful existence. If you can overcome the stress and adapt and rev up, good. Only thing is, the weak are basically cast aside. Because even though we live in a welfare society where the weak are catered to and taken care of, or even propped up over the strong, ultimately that fucks them, because they will only get weaker. Typically, sometimes you get a weak person who was given a leg up and they become very strong, but typically the weak only get weaker the more you help them. So this is why we live in such a polarized time. The combination of technology and lack of faith is creating a fascinating environment. Indeed, fresh green tobacco on occasion I doubt will hurt you. No, indeed, it actually promotes good blood flow. It's good for your stomach. It's good for its digestion. All sorts of things. I do believe this is like... This is why I'm fascinated by alchemy. Alchemy is simply mixing things with other things to get an effect. And I do believe the human body is like a laboratory. When you see a laboratory and you see all the different bottles and all the different tubes of grass and copper and the different heats and you know, things boiling and things cooling. Different temperatures, different materials in different amounts and ratios. The human body is like chemistry set. You put something in, there is an effect, something comes out. And the system can become corrupted, clogged. Your tubes can become dirty and clogged and so on and so forth. It is important to clean the tools, to keep your chemistry set clean. This is probably why fasting is in the Bible. If you just stop the input for a few days, then the system clears everything out. Then you can start putting things in again. Makes sense. Too much of something will have a negative effect, whatever that effect may be. It's fascinating. I used to grow tobacco. Why did you stop, Margio-sama? Grow tobacco. Sell me some. It contributed to my gum disease, Margio. Switched to charcoal toothpaste and my mouth has almost entirely healed. Ah, glorious. I only soak my teeth. What teeth I have left. Remember, I lost my bottom teeth. You still have not found your bottom teeth? Somebody make Margie some teeth. Just in a fog of brined bliss. Sometimes you need to rampage. Indeed. Indeed. Bubble is where you were overprotected. I know, Margio-sama. I was jesting. I know what riving in a bubble means. My brother was 4 when I was born, and I was told when I come home from being born that his job was to take care of me. Aw, glorious. I felt very similar when my sister was born. I was like, so my purpose is to defend her? We in small town and brother said boys could date me if they tried to. He said he would kill them. That helped me stay a virgin for my husband. Best brother ever, God rest his soul. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Good man. Good man. I take pain meds. Am I gay? Well, a little bit, yes. Because you are old, you could probably get away with it, but gay is a euphemism? Gay is a word for weak, and taking pain meds is weak. You are fearing the pain for a reason. So if you can figure out why and then do something about it, you can stop the pain yourself. You don't need a drug. Because that's what pain meds are. They are a drug. Pharmaceuticals comes from pharmakeia, which used to be, I believe, like drug dealers. You know, right? They used to... It's like the dark side of alchemy. Oh, you have a headache? Take 2 of these. It's like, you know, it's not a good thing. There's always a reason that you are experiencing an ailment or an illness or a disease. And there's always a thing you can do to solve it. It is a problem. Your body is trying to tell you something. Like, you're smoking too much. You're not eating enough. You don't stretch enough. You're not drinking enough water. You need to exercise more. You're not eating enough greens. So on and so forth. That's why I do believe food is actually a form of medicine. and like everything else in our lives, we don't see it that way anymore. I believe that when something would happen to your body, it was like, here, have some ginseng, here, have some broccoli, here, have some grains, and like a chemistry set, your body would take in the stimulant or resource material, and then something would happen internally, and then you would expel the waste. But now we just see food as an indulgence rather than a resource. It's fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. If you don't have a gun, please remember, don't take a knife to a gunfight. Where, unless the fight takes place within 21 feet. Whatever you do, don't take a gun into a close quarters fight. There's a video I watched recently of a police officer approaching a homeless man, and he got too close. And the homeless man produced a kitchen knife and sprinted at him, and the officer panicked, couldn't get to his gun, tripped over his own heels as he was trying to back up away from the sprinting man with the knife, and he was brutally murdered, stabbed multiple times in the head and neck, didn't make it. And he had a wife and child. It's tragic, but objectively speaking, maybe a bit harsh, but the reality is, even if you have a firearm, keep your distance. Do not be arrogant and think that, like cowboy at what you call it, poker table, that you can just like bang, 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 everybody within 5 feet of you. Sure, if you're shit quick and you're that good, probably, but most people are not shit quick and that good. Most people panic, even the trained will panic. So, even if you have a gun, keep your distance. Because somebody with a braid can close the distance in a few moments and open you like a bag of sand. Like a bag of wine. Just and you can get shot. Bullets are this big. Typically, like your 9mm and your average rifle round, like 5.56 or 7. What are they? The 7.56 millimeter. I cannot remember. Right, AK, M4. Most pistols, 9mm, 45, 38 special. Most bullets that are used in most gunfights are quite small, and you can get shot a lot of times before something vital is hit. But a braid can enter you once and you're dead, just not yet. Give it a few minutes, you're fucking dead. One in the neck, dead. Ain't nobody stitching you up. Like, I don't care if they get to you, like, immediately. Like, maybe, probably not. One insert of something the size of a toothpick can dead you. When you look at gangsters and mafiosos and stuff, like, most assassinations happen, up close and personal, like an ice pick, some shit like that. It takes incredible patience, skill, planning, forward thinking, and resources to be able to snipe someone. It takes an amateur to walk up behind you in a crowd, like Assassin's Creed style, and just take out small braid about 2 inches long and just like, and that's it. You're fucked. You are fucked, boyo. Back broken, pinches my spine nerve. Apparently, pinched nerves in your spine affects your teeth as well. I think I'm too old to have another major surgery. You're never too old for anything. You're never too old. This is a belief. I don't know if that. I believe you are never too old to do anything. If you have the will and you have the desire, then Margie-Osama, you could probably fix your own spine and grow new teeth, for all I know. That's another thing that the mainstream apparently has been hiding from us, is apparently you can grow your shit back. Rims, teeth, the whole rot, like Wizard. They say that, you know, we have a lizard brain, you know, a part of our brain that is like very primal and shit. I believe that we can do all sorts of things with our body that we have been told we cannot do. And I believe it's probably for the same reasons of like the government being like, you know, right, this is illegal and you're not allowed to do this and blah blah blah, because there are a lot of shitty people. So if people were able to, you know, grow back their own rims and do some superhero shit, then the military would be hunting these people down all the fucking time, you know? It would be chaos. I have said this before, that I believe there was a time where things were like Dragon Ball Z, where people could fly around and shoot laser beams and fireballs and throw lightning and all this shit. We were like gods, but over time it became practical to not allow people to do such things. However, there is also the argument, like the gun, that if everyone is superhuman, then nobody is. It's balanced. The thing that is wrong with our current paradigm is that it is not balanced. There is an imbalance of power. I believe we have been subjugated by some form of outside organism. This runs into my parasite theory. I think we came across something that was far superior and it has subjugated us. I think humans are capable of amazing, powerful things. And that is why we have been leashed like dogs and trained to do certain things. That is what I believe. These containers from Thailand smell funny, like cheap tobacco and AIDS. I know, Defender, because I can throw knives very well. Also, as you all can see, I could talk them to death. Indeed. Indeed. You and me both. Oh, Defender, my bullets are big. But I have extra small 22s too. The 22 is an excellent bullet. Very cheap. Get lots of them. Still does the job. My wife's auntie just had a mastectomy at 101 years. Oh my god! That's brutal! Ugh. God damn. Indeed, Margie-Osama. Say a prayer for the old lady. Right, my beloved Japanites. This concludes today's PEINTEINGU. Monday morning, well, not Monday morning, but Monday, God willing, I'll let you know, but Monday, God willing, we shall return to Ghana and complete this PEINTEINGU. We still have to put in a boomerang and a grinder and finish off that TV floating in the water. I think putting the grinder symbol on the, making it a gay TV, I think that would be good. And then we could just put in two tribes people throwing a boomerang to each other or some shit. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We always do on PEINTEINGU. Right? Remember to smash that like button like it has insulted your ancestors. And if you have any honor, click one of the many links in the description Buy something! I have merch. Or just put a tip in the monkey's bowl. Remember, pay the monkey so he doesn't go hungry. And what else? I believe that's it. Yes? Right, my Barav Japonaita. And all you other filthy mortals. Be good, be true, and be beautiful. And I will see you soon. Sayonara! Never gonna happen. How dare you, Staburo-sama. Right, bye-bye, toodles. Say goodbye, Micah.